Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sticks and Bricks, a podcast that takes you behind the scenes of luxury custom home building. With me, Sherwin, your host and president of Loudermill Custom Homes, where we believe in the mantra, build it like it's yours. Have you ever wondered what goes into creating a custom dream home? Well, you're in the right place. In each episode, we'll dive deep into building science processes and construction business practices through interviewing leaders in the industry. We'll discuss the world of home design and construction by sharing stories, insights, and the secrets that make Loudermill Homes the leader in Georgia and Western North Carolina. And here's something special for you. Stay tuned at the end of each episode for our Builder Pro Tips segment. We'll provide actual items and insights for you to use on your own projects, so you can turn inspiration into action. At Sticks and Bricks, we want to make your journey into luxury custom home building both informative and practical. So buckle up, get ready for a fascinating ride through the world of custom luxury home design and construction. Let's build something extraordinary together. Welcome to Sticks and Bricks. Welcome everybody to another edition of Sticks and Bricks. We have Dan Allen here today from Silver Creek Real Estate Group out of Cashiers, North Carolina. Dan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sherwin. It's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate you having me this morning.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So Dan, you're a real estate agent in Cashiers and you do some stuff in Highlands and Glenville and the surrounding areas. Tell us a little bit about how you got into real estate and why Cashiers area.
Yeah, great. So my name's Dan Allen. I work with Silver Creek here in Cashiers. I've been in the area about 30 years. I used to vacation here as a kid and always knew that I loved the mountains. So after school, I decided I would come up for the summer, and I've never left. So like I said, I've been here 30 years. I've been in real estate 20 years, and I didn't know that I wanted to be in real estate. And yet it was kind of a process of elimination. I've worked in the construction industry. I've worked in restaurants, and it was in finding out what I didn't want to do that led me to what is now my perfect job. I love my career. I'm a people person. I love to talk, and that's very conducive in real estate.
You're amazing at relationships, and you're right. That is a big part of being a real estate agent, especially in a small town like the Cashiers and Highlands area, or what we call Western North Carolina Plateau, right? There are a lot of mountain cities, and I've been to a lot of them up in North Georgia and North Carolina, and something about the Cashiers area drew me in as well. So why Cashiers instead of Ellijay or Helen or some of these other areas?
Yeah, great question. As a kid, we vacationed in a lot of different areas from Grandfather Mountain, Boone, Avery County, those areas. And I had limited experience with the Cashiers area. But again, I decided to move to the mountains. I stumbled upon Cashiers. It had been, a place I had visited, but I didn't know that I really wanted to be here until I was here. And then I just fell in love with the community. It's a very small town. People wave, you get to know your neighbors. In fact, I think all the locals joke about how when you go to Ingalls, you just want to run in and grab a gallon of milk. But good luck with that. You're always going to be there 30, 40 minutes because the people are just so friendly. Everybody wants to stop and talk and ask about the family or talk about their goings on. So it's really just it's a warm, friendly place, a great sense of community. And I think while I didn't know that's what I was coming for, it really just kind of pulls you in while you're here. So it's that sense of community. But beyond that, just what stunning landscapes we have. I mean, from Whiteside Mountain to Lake Glenville to Chimney Top, there's just so many visually appealing landscapes. So it's hard not to fall in love with this, our dramatic natural surroundings. And, that's just part of the magic.
No, you're right about the people. And it's funny. I've been told that it's not called Ingalls, it's called Mingles, because you end up mingling with everybody that you go there. And I'm the same way. Every time I go to Ingalls, I end up seeing people that I know, and we talk, and it takes a little bit extra time to get through, but that's kind of the charm of the city.
Yeah, it's true.
But also the mountains are just absolutely gorgeous. So I know you're a hiker. I'm a hiker. What are some of your favorite trails up in the mountains?
So I think our signature trail that everybody should do is Whiteside Mountain. And Whiteside Mountain is thought to be one of the oldest mountains in the world, from Oh, you hear things from 360 to 490 million years old. So that's just kind of a fun fact about Whiteside. But it's a 2.5 mile loop trail to the top of the mountain and back. Again, just amazing vistas and, staring off 30 miles. It's fantastic. So I would say if you're only here for a day, that would be the one hike to do. Above and beyond that, there's just so much great hiking in the area. We have Panthertown Valley, which is 6,300 acres of bear sanctuary, and it's often referred to as the Yosemite of the East. It's a place where you can go and hike and really get back into the back country of Panthertown, and you feel like you're in the 1800s. I mean, it's just amazing. It's so pristine. It's just so perfect. That is another great hike. If you have the time for it, make a day out of it because there's so many trails, so much to do. And once you're back there and you find the waterfalls or the perfect mountain views, you're just not going to want to leave. So give yourself enough time for that.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. All of the hikes. And I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I usually when I go to Whiteside Mountain, I let my dog off the leash because he's very well trained, but he's just sniffing around and we're walking up the mountain, just gorgeous views around there. And then there's so many waterfalls and in other areas. I think it's really known as kind of the hiker's town almost. There's just so much natural, wonderful things to do. What about some of the restaurants and stores and things of that nature? Do you have a favorite restaurant in town?
Yeah, that's an easy one. So I'm partial to the Orchard restaurant. It's just a classic restaurant. They've been here for 20, 30 years. The brothers, Chad and Travis, they grew up in the restaurant industry here. Their dad had a restaurant many years ago, the White Squirrel. And so I've known these guys in my 30 years of being here. I've seen them start the Orchard and it's been a huge success. And it's just a fun down-home restaurant. The food is fantastic. It's a casual but elegant feel, just, world-class food. It's a great place, and that would be my favorite. Above and beyond that, the library, that's a great restaurant, or even going into Highlands with the Blue Bike. That's my favorite lunchtime restaurant. They're all great. There's so much to choose from.
It really is. I mean, between Cashiers and Highlands, there's a lot of amazing restaurants, culinary chefs, just fantastic. Well, let's talk about real estate a little bit. So what do you think is the draw for clients coming to the Cashiers area above and beyond what we talked about? But why has Cashiers and Highlands just kind of boomed in the last few years?
Sure. So as I had mentioned before, it's the small town feel, but above and beyond that, I think it's our climate. We're within a day's drive to Florida, to, parts of Georgia, South Carolina, all these surrounding areas that tend to be very hot in the summertime. And because of our elevation, we have these wonderfully cool summers. So it's a real escape for a lot of people. As you get to the area, if you're 100 degrees at home, we're probably going to be 82, 83 and low humidity. So you just got to love that. And that, I'm sure, is a big part of it for most people, where just coming to this vacation lifestyle, the temperatures, the people, it's just kind of the trifecta of good things.
Oh yeah. So Cashiers and Highlands, for those of you that don't know, is on what we call a plateau. It's in Western North Carolina, and it's a higher elevation, and it actually is a temperate rainforest. Now, that doesn't mean that it's raining 24/7, but it does rain a fair amount, but it's pockets of rain that's going through the mountain ranges, and it cools down the area. So the weather is phenomenal because of the rain. The surroundings are amazing. The trees, the landscape is just absolutely phenomenal. Most people that I know don't have irrigation systems because it rains so much. But again, it's just pockets of rain, and then all of a sudden that perfect temperature almost year round. I mean, sure, there's a little stint of winter time that you might have a snowfall once or twice a year, but it only sticks for a couple days. Some people say, well, you're in the mountains, so how often does it snow? It really doesn't, because it keeps it maintains that wonderful temperature. And then in the summertime, the hottest it's gotten that I've been there is in the mid 80s, but usually it's sitting right around that 60 to 70 most of the year, which is great temperature. I know during COVID, there was kind of a shift of people kind of purchasing second homes there. Why do you think that happened up in the mountains and Cashiers and Highlands area?
Yeah, COVID was, of course, a very interesting time, and the housing market took off nationally. I think for us, people felt like they wanted a place to retreat to. They wanted a place in the mountains, and that just seemed to be the catalyst for jumpstarting our market. Now, that said, connectivity, I think, has been improving for many years. And so as people learn they can work from home, and they didn't have to be necessarily in downtown Atlanta or Charlotte or wherever their primary was. They can now work from the mountains with high-speed internet. Most of the communities have fiber optics. And so you can stay longer, or as we've seen, a lot more people staying year round, where you can start your vacation lifestyle now. Who wouldn't want to be in the mountains?
Right. Yeah. Especially if you're connected and you're working remotely, it's great. What is the percentage you think of people that live full time versus part time up in the area?
Yeah, we've primarily been a second home market, and that's certainly changing. I would say right now it's maybe 35-40% are year round and 60% are second homes. And that may even be a higher number. But we're sure changing. We're fast becoming a year-round market. And I think, again, it's just if you're able to work from home and this is such a wonderful lifestyle, why leave? I think
I've felt that too. So my clients, just in the 4 years that I've been here, I believe 4 years ago, we were being told that it's more of like a 85% second home and the rest 10 to 15% people are there. And now half of our clients are living full time in the area. And like you said, why not? It's a beautiful area to live in. So Dan, where do you feel like most of our clients are coming into Cashiers from? In other words, where is their primary home versus coming here for a second home?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've historically had a high number of Floridians that are coming to the area, and as well as Atlanta and Greenville, Spartanburg areas, and it was primarily the southern states. But now we're starting to see people coming from all over the country, be it Colorado, upstate New York. We're seeing more folks from Birmingham, Alabama, and even Texas. So I think the secret's out, and there's just such good press. We're in a lot of the magazines as one of the best small town areas to live in. So we're really seeing a lot of people coming from all over.
Oh yeah, the Wall Street Journal articles, Forbes articles, stating that the Cashiers and Highlands Plateau is the Aspen of the East Coast, and it's the wealthiest mountain community east of the Mississippi, and things of that nature. So I think those publications are really starting to push the luxury of what Cashiers and Highlands are, which is good to get the publicity out there as far as, especially being a builder wanting to sell homes. So let's talk a little bit about the listings that you are helping me sell. You want to talk about the communities and the homes that we're putting up?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we're working on two communities together, one being Cedar Hill, which is a in-town community, larger lot sizes. However, nobody has the lot sizes that we do, but it's a great gated community. It's not tied to a golf course, but a lot of big views from the top of the community. And then, of course, the convenience to town. So we have two lots left in Cedar Hill, both over 20 acres a lot, which is unheard of. Really, nobody but us, offers that. You're soon to complete the house that we sold a year ago, which is fantastic. And then we have Lonesome Valley, which is really one of the most elegant and sought after communities in the area. A lot of our developments, very flashy, and it's where you go to be seen. But I would say Lonesome Valley is very understated. It's where you go to kind of get away and maybe not to be seen. Fantastic box canyon, huge rock face views, really a great community.
In fact, that's Lonesome Valley behind you in the picture, right? With the rock background. That's the kitchen and the clubhouse. Very like you said, understated, beautiful, not a golf course and planned that way, but hiking trails throughout, and tennis, pickleball courts, things of that nature, spas, but more of just a relaxed environment. Let's talk a little bit about the golf courses in the area. So even though Lonesome Valley and Cedar Hill don't have golf courses, there are a lot of golf courses in the area. What is the draw from golf in Cashiers and Highlands?
Yeah, absolutely. We are really well known for our golf opportunities. We have fantastic communities in the area, one being Wade Hampton, which is a very well known and renowned golf course. It's a Tom Fazio design, just fantastic golf course and community. Then we have High Hampton, another Tom Fazio course. We have the Country Club of Sapphire Valley. We have Trillium and Highlands Cove, and just amazing golf. So if you're looking for a scenic, beautiful course, you just can't beat this area. Our golf is fantastic.
Oh yeah, and I'm not a huge golf. I love to golf, but I'm not a huge golfer. But whenever I golf in any of these communities, it feels as if the stress just pulls right off of me, and you're just sitting out there in nature. And I love the holes where it's 100-yard drop straight down, and it's a par 3, and you're just pitching it basically, and it just drops down. So lots of fun courses with beautiful scenery out there. And then obviously because of the rain, the overall landscaping and trees is just so green and lush with beauty. It's amazing. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about being a builder up there. What are people looking for in builders, and what can we do as a builder to try to get more, make sure that we're accomplishing the things that our clients are looking for?
Yeah. So, I think building a home is going to be a trying process with any builder. But historically, I think there's a lot of fear in the world of, are your contractors dependable? Are they trustworthy? Are they going to do the job that you're expecting? And I think that's one of the things that really helps you guys to stand out. Your level of professionalism, your integrity, and all the technology that you guys bring to the table, whether it's your 9-step process or just the ability that, well, for instance, you have Builder's Trend, which gives clients the ability to oversee the job as it's happening. They can take a look at the build in real time with the cameras you have set up. You guys have daily logs, pictures of what's going on. And as people want to build, and with this area flourishing the way it is, we see a lot of new construction. But I think to circle back to your question, when people are wanting to spend this kind of money, they want to know that they can trust their builder. They want to know that they're going to get what they're paying for. And you guys always exceed expectations. So it's your level of professionalism that makes my job so easy. You guys just are known for building a fantastic home, but even in a trying experience, you make it just as easy as it can be.
Well, thank you for all those things. Yeah, we want to make sure our clients are taken care of, and especially being in the mountains, we want to make sure that they understand what's happening when they're living 3-5 hours away, right? And they're not there every day like a primary home. And so how do we connect with those clients and give them the information? And so it's through sending out daily logs with daily pictures and giving them weekly reports. And so they feel like they're somewhat there. We try to do our best. There's limited connectivity on job sites, but we try our hardest to make sure that our clients are taken care of as best we can. So with that, I'll leave you to say the last word. Is there anything you'd like to tell the audience?
Well, again, I appreciate you having me. It's been a lot of fun to do this. And for anybody if this is your first time hearing of the Cashiers Highlands area, I'd highly recommend coming for a weekend visit. I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised at just what a wonderful town it is. And, be it swimming in Lake Glenville or the hiking or the golf or just the kind of small town feel. We're a wonderful place. And I've used this analogy a lot over the years where we're just kind of like a modern day Mayberry. People know each other. It has a great small town feel. At the same time, we have a very sophisticated client base. A lot of money's pouring into the area. So with that brings a lot of culture and worldly people. And we just have a lot of fun with all our different events, be it grooving on the green or the mini clubs. As you know, pickleball is really taking off, and we have a huge pickleball community. So just 1,000 reasons to be here. And if you're, looking to vacation in the mountains, I'd say check out Cashiers, Highlands, Sapphire, Glenville. All these areas are amazing. So it's been a pleasure to find it myself. It's been awesome to get to know you, and we'd love to invite more people to the area to experience what we experience and have fallen in love.
Well, thank you so much, Dan. And for those of you on the audience, if you're looking for a home or more information about Cashiers from a real estate perspective, please call Dan Allen. Again, he's with Silver Creek Real Estate. You can Google him and he'll be more than happy to take care of you. So Dan, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
And that concludes another episode of Sticks and Bricks. I hope you enjoyed our journey into the world of custom luxury home design and construction. Before we say goodbye, let's dive into our Builder Pro Tips segment, where we've broken down today's episode into actual items. Remember, turning knowledge into action is the key to making your dream home a reality.
Hey everyone, it was great hearing from Dan about the overall Cashiers area. Welcome to the Builder Pro Tips segment. Wanted to talk to you about picking a builder in a mountain community. So important that you really understand who your builder is and how they're going to communicate with you. Not as many builders in the mountains have the sophistication of sending out daily logs and pictures and videos and keeping you updated on your schedule of where you're at. So when you're interviewing your builder, make sure you ask a lot of those questions. Ask, how the schedule is going to be viewed by you, how you're going to be communicated to on a regular basis. Where are you going to pick your selections from, right? So in mountain communities, you don't have a lot of places to go purchase things, and those few places that they have are extremely expensive. So where are you going to be buying and picking out these selections? And there are there's hundreds of selections that you have to choose from. So which cities are you going to, which ideas or areas are you going to be purchasing online versus buying? Where are they storing it? And then also think about furnishings. So I would pick your furnishings well in advance. If you have an interior designer, that's great. If not, make sure you have that. There are a lot of storage facilities that you can put your furniture in. If you're dealing with a professional interior designer, they're going to coordinate all that for you. But it's really difficult to get materials to mountain communities. So think about all of those things when you're picking out a builder, and make it as seamless as you can from the time you pick compared to the time that you move into your home and you have everything ready to go as a mountain community. Best of luck, everybody. Thanks.
I hope you found these tips valuable. If you have questions or want to share your experiences, please reach out. We're here to support you. Thank you for being part of Sticks and Bricks, and stay tuned for more inspiration. Make sure to subscribe below. Until next time, I'm Sherwin Loudermilk signing off. Thank you for listening.